Hey, welcome to Fix It for Josh's Sake. Today we're going to work on a 1974 Arctic Cat Lynx. I pulled the skis off this week to put new carbides on. Now I need to adjust the tie rods and the spindles to get those skis tracking properly. Come along with me as we fix it for Josh's sake. So we're working down here today to get these skis to track right. I have a little bit of a cheat going on because I pulled the motor out of this bulkhead earlier this week. So I get to just pull my hood off and get right to those tie rods. All right, now we can get in here and get some work done. In order to get these skis to track straight, we got to follow through up here to the spindle and to the spindle arm. Now, there's a very important detail on this spindle arm that we've got to talk about, and that's that Arctic Cat makes a right spindle arm and Arctic Cat makes a left spindle arm. And if you do not have the right spindle arm on the correct side, this 1/2 inch offset between the tie rod and the spindle top will not be there, and it'll sit straight down. And when it sits straight down, that means you have no steering clearance at all. So make sure you get the R on the right side and the L on the left side. Moving on from there, we've got the tie rods. And as you see, we got to end here, comes down in the middle here and there. Now here's the second tie rod. There's an end there, comes over here to this spindle arm right there. Now, the ones in the middle are left-handed thread, and the ones on the outside are a standard right-handed thread. You know, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. That's how this one is. On the inside, it is the opposite for these jam nuts, so keep that in mind. Here's kind of the main point why I wanted to do the video today. When we're working on getting these skis pointed straight ahead and having the same space front to back, I had to come up with a little rhyme in my mind to know which way to spin these tie rods to get the skis to go which way we wanted them to go. As you turn these tie rods, you get a different adjustment on your ski. Adjusting tie rods can be a bit of a game back and forth and trying to figure out if what you adjusted actually worked. So I came up with a little rhyme, and it goes like this. If I'm standing here on the top of the bars and I'm looking straight down the steer tube here at my tie rods, in my mind I think clockwise, skis out wide, counter, pointer, meaning my skis are now pointy. So clockwise, out wide, counter, pointer. Say that to yourself about 5 times, and when you're sitting down here wrenching on these tie rods, you're going to really enjoy that little rhyme, because it'll make sure that you know, do I need my skis to come in? Okay, more pointer, guess I go counter. If I need my skis to go out wide, clockwise, out wide. Use that little rhyme, maybe that'll work good for you. Let me explain this one more time out of the sled and up here on the bench. So if this is the center of the clock and this is clockwise, we need these tie rods to spin clockwise on the top to get the skis to go out wide, or counterclockwise this way if we need the skis to go pointier. So clockwise, out wide, counter, pointer. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Clockwise, counterclockwise. All right, moving on. To adjust your skis and getting them tracking just right, you don't need anything more than a measuring tape. But I do find that grabbing myself a drywall T-square and running that through the backs of the skis right in front of where the shock is attached helps me see consistently where I'm at on the back of the ski. And grabbing a yardstick, making sure you have it straight here on the edge of the ski and running it across. Now I can consistently see what my measurement is from the back of the ski to the front of the ski, and then I can come up here and adjust my tie rods, mainly by using the 9/16 inch notch that's in the tie rod right there. Now this is a 74, so it's 9/16 inch. I believe the steel ones in 71s, 72s, and 73s, the steel tie rods are actually 1/2 inch. But that's the trick that I use to get my skis tracking straight ahead. So when I look at my handlebars here, everything feels pretty straight, and we're ready to get, ripping down the trail. There's one detail I want to point out when it comes to getting this measurement set right. If you have to falter on the side of either having your skis toe out or your skis toe in, you definitely want your skis to toe out, because toeing out just means that there's a little bit of pull to each side, and you can control that real easily from your handlebars. But if you have toe in, man, your sled's going to want to dive and dip really awkwardly if you have your skis toeing in. So if you notice here, I am just shy of 31 3/4, and I'm strong on 31 3/4. I mean, it's really close, but you want to err on having a stronger number at the tips of your ski and a weaker number at the back of your skis. Once you got your skis aligned the way you want them, come on up here and tighten these jam nuts. Make sure they're good and snug. I want to also mention that when you get this adjustment kind of squared up, and then you do come up here to tighten your jam nuts, you are going to see about a 1/8 inch of difference, and it's going to push out because of how those jam nuts are pushing against the tie rod. So the tips of your skis are going to actually come in. So start out with your skis a little wider than the final tightening process that you have here, and you'll get the results that you're looking for. So I'll say this one last time to help it stick into your brain when it comes to adjusting the tips of these skis. It goes like this: clockwise, out wide, counter, pointer. All right, thanks for watching. Fix It for Josh's sake. I hope this helps. Let's get out there and ride.